Welcome, my friends, to building the ultimate Steam Deck OLED. Now, I am incredibly excited because over the last couple of years, the amount of accessories that have come out for the Steam Deck are absolutely incredible. So we're gonna start out with the Steam Deck OLED Limited Edition. Now, as the name implies, this was a limited colorway that Valve brought out when the Steam Deck OLED first came out. And I'll be honest with you, this has been sitting on the shelf for almost a year because I've been waiting for enough cool accessories to come out to justify making this video. If you can't tell, I am very, very excited. This thing is gonna be great, and I'm not gonna ruin it. Not going to ruin it, you hear me? So for context, we actually did a baby version of this video a little while ago with a little bit more budget and with an ultimate mandate. We're going all in today, my friends. Gaben, get on one of your 7 yachts and watch out. I'm building a better Steam Deck. Thanks to a lot of work from a bunch of third-party accessory companies who made all this stuff. I'm just gonna put it together. All right, here we go. Wow. Oh, look at this. Oh, ooh, snap. That's friggin' rad. I will say, I got a little bit like LTT vibes going on with the orange. Oh, bro. Okay, I gotta level with you. I've only seen one of these once before. I was on a flight and randomly the guy sitting right beside me was playing on his limited edition Steam Deck OLED. This looks so good in person. Okay, so I'll set this up in a little bit, but we gotta start working on this thing, all right? Who wants to use a regular limited edition, incredibly dope colorway of the Steam Deck? Not me. Okay, well, maybe a little bit. Thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Eureka. Who has time to deal with all of the messes from hosting family and friends? That's where the Eureka J15 Pro Ultra Robot Vacuum comes in. What sets it apart is its innovative extending arm that literally reaches out to clean those tricky spots. The J15 Pro Ultra also packs some serious power. We're talking 16,200 pascals of suction, which is more powerful than many traditional vacuum cleaners. One feature I'm particularly impressed by is their Flexi Razor technology. Instead of getting tangled up with hair like most vacuums, it actually cuts it up to prevent clogging, which is genuinely clever. What really makes this vacuum smart is its IntelliView AI that analyzes each mess and figures out the best approach, whether it needs a different angle or if it's dealing with wet or dried spills. Plus, the self-cleaning base station means you barely have to think about maintenance. If you want to make cleaning one less thing to worry about, check out the Eureka J15 Pro Ultra with the link in the description. And thank you again to Eureka for sponsoring this video and helping us all to stay clean. So let's start out with a Killswitch. So this is a case that is designed by dbrand. So this is specifically the entire kit, I believe. It actually has like this, it almost feels like grip tape. Like, you know, like you have like on like a skateboard or something. Like it's very sort of coarse, but it feels very grippy, as you might expect. You still have full access for your cooling and whatnot. And then if you want, you can attach your little kickstand, pop it up like that. Or when you're done and you don't want to get your sticks all messed up, you can just drop this whole little piece on the front and it's nice, safe, and secure. While our Steam Deck is performing its mandatory firmware updates, we gotta start thinking about not only protecting it, but also expanding it. Now, while this version of the Steam Deck has a 1 terabyte SSD, what's this? A Steam Deck for ants? You think we can get away with 1 terabyte in the year of 2025? I don't think so. So we're gonna start out by expanding it with a MicroSD card. Now, I got a great deal on the largest MicroSD card you could buy, which is a 1.5 terabyte SanDisk.
That's not the largest you can buy.
Yeah, it is.
No, there's a 2 terabyte one.
We were like a few months ago trying to get our hands on 1.5 because it was the biggest one. There's already 2?
Yeah, there's a 2. It costs like 6 times as much as that one though.
Did I pay like 120 bucks for this?
You paid 90.
90 bucks! Shout out past Austin, making good decisions. Yeah, I gotta actually be honest with you, I think this is the first time I've ever installed an SD card on a Steam Deck. So we're just gonna line it up here and put it in. And then I assume it's gonna ask us to format it. Yeah, it's just doing its very, okay. Well, while that's doing its thing, let me go ahead and get something else. You know what? My Steam Deck, looking a little toasty. And unfortunately, none of my mods besides 2 of them are gonna help with that in any way. So, I have a solution. This is an external cooler made by JSAUX. Now, I will tell you something that a wise man once told me. You don't add cold, you take away heat. I don't know who told me that. It just sounded like really smart. I don't know that this is going to work, if I'm honest with you, but let's try it. So it does have like a little like rubber grommet, so it tries to make like an actual seal over it. So I'm right now rocking this with the fan off. So theoretically, the Steam Deck fan is spinning on the inside and it is just running straight through, right? So it's just a pass through. But if I turn it on, that's full blast, mind you. So I do feel air coming out of it. And because it's got the seal, that air has to be traveling through the actual Steam Deck. Boy, oh boy, that's a cooler. The good thing is, even though I'm not totally sold that this cooler is gonna do that much, it was not that expensive, right? I think I paid like 25 bucks for it, I think.
That cooler cost $32.
Okay, that's a little expensive actually. Maybe not a great deal. We'll thoroughly evaluate it as the building the ultimate continues, because I got a whole lot more nonsense with this. So using the single pathetic USB-C on the Steam Deck, with this dock, we're going to expand into a whole new horizon of possibilities. Now, I do believe that Valve actually sell an official dock for the Steam Deck, but we can do a lot better. It doesn't have RGB. Where are we gonna be? Really good boys or something? Are we gonna be? So this is our docking station. Oh, it's clear. I didn't realize it was clear. That's freaking rad.
Yeah, it matches the Steam Deck.
That does look really good. Okay, so we've got all kind of ports here. So you've got your USB-C in, you have a USB-C out, HDMI as well as DisplayPort, 2 USB-A, as well as a power in. So this will do up to 100 watts of charging. Now it also has a MicroSD and an SD card slot on the top, another USB-A, a headphone jack. If you push this button, what is, oh, that's what they meant. Oh, that's adorable. All right, how much did I pay for that dock? The dock was kind of expensive, I believe.
Yes, we got it on sale for $90.
So not cheap, but, and yes, we could have saved a whole lot of money if we didn't get the RGB version. But we're going for Ultimate, and we're getting there. We got more capacity, we got more cooling, we got more ports. What else do we need? What's the one thing that the Steam Deck has been in dire need of?
Games?
No, it plays my Steam library. That's more games that I'll play before I die.
Yeah, but you didn't install any.
Not yet, because I'm about to install an SSD. But before I do that, as I was doing the very in-depth research required to pull off a video of this majestitude, I came across an unusual accessory. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. It might not land on the final build, but I want to share it nonetheless. Inside this innocuous white box is the ability to turn your Steam Deck into a laptop. How many people want to turn their Steam Deck into a laptop? Probably dozens of us. But I want to try it. Behold, my friends, my DeckTop. Oh, it comes with cable. I would actually call this dongle, not cable, but you know. So it is a little baby keyboard, and by baby I mean a little baby keyboard for my Steam Deck. And it's got a little like slot for a stylus and it's ripped. Do you see that? Right out of the box, it's just ripped. Great, that's great. Let's go do a little typing test with the world's tiniest keyboard. Actually, you know what? It's not actually that bad. Even though the keyboard is really small, it's very nicely clicky. While we've got some more stuff to like bolt on, I think this is not the Steam Deck's final form. I gotta put all of these accessories off to the side for just a few minutes because I need to actually tear apart the Steam Deck and start upgrading it from the inside out. So now let's do some of our internal mods for the Steam Deck. So the first thing I want to do is swap out the actual joysticks with this. So this is a Hall sensing set of joysticks. Now, I've actually done this in the past. It's a nice mod because it's going to not only be more longevity on the sticks because you don't have that physical mechanism, you've got magnets on the inside, but on top of that, you're also going to get a little bit of a better feel. Now, the only downside with this is that it's a little bit of an intensive mod. You have to kind of tear apart the whole Steam Deck. But while we're in there, we're also going to swap out the buttons with this Extreme Rate Clicky kit. So the buttons that come on the existing Steam Deck are fine. You can see, I mean, they're very normal kind of membrane buttons, but this clicky kit will make it much more tactile and, well, clicky. So let's go ahead and crack open the Steam Deck and begin the real fun stuff. So if you're following along with any of this on a regular Steam Deck, Some stuff is the same, but a lot of stuff is actually quite different. So I know that, like, for example, the button kit is specifically for the Steam Deck OLED, same thing for the sticks. There's not like massive differences, but it's enough that you do need to get specific parts for most things. So what I need to do right now is I need to essentially tear down a good chunk of the Steam Deck. So these two little daughter boards for our sticks, those are gonna come out. We're gonna replace those with the Ghillie kit replacement. We're also going to disconnect the battery and replace this metal shell so we can get out the SSD. And we're gonna take these boards out and replace them with the little daughter boards that are gonna attach specifically for our clicky button kit. So essentially, we're gonna cut to the montage of Austin fast forwarding through a whole bunch of Steam Deck disassembly. I can hear the music now. Gaben likes his yachts. Gaben likes some boats. The bigger the better, the faster the cooler. Gaben is spending all your Steam money on yachts. Look at that, we are halfway done. Now, those astute among you may notice there's a slightly different colorway on the buttons I've installed on this side. But let me give you a little bit of aural bliss. So this is the original button, and the clicky.
It's still a tragedy that you
What do
did
you
this.
mean?
That you did this with this special edition.
No, because I wanted to have the coolest thing. You know, actually, that is a fair point. Because also one of the advantages of the special edition is it's got a 1 terabyte SSD. I'm about to swap that out too. So you know what? That's a fair criticism that most of the special editionness is being...
It's not going to be a special edition anymore. Why did you pay the money for the special edition?
Because I wanted it to be the most special. I want to be the most special.
Trust me, you are the most special.
Thanks, man, I appreciate it. So next we're going to replace our SSD. So this SSD has a little cover on it, which we're just gonna pull off and transplant to the new SSD. But you can see that by default, it comes with a 1 terabyte SSD for the special edition. And honestly, I mean, that actually is a lot of storage, but 1 terabyte? That's not ultimate. What's really ultimate is 2 terabytes. So I'm gonna take my little cover, I'm gonna slide it over the SSD. I believe this is more so for thermals than anything else, because it essentially should just slot in here, which line it up, make sure it's fully seated, and then I will get my little screw, and ta-da, it's time for 2 terabytes. So this is the original stick that was inside of the Steam Deck OLED. It is in this very lovely shade of orange, but we swapped that out with the Ghillie kit. The Ghillie kit. Would anyone like to join my Ghillie kit?
Oh, yikes.
You know what?
Oh, yikes.
I feel like the accent made that one significantly worse than it needed
Yeah.
to be. But because this is a Hall sensing stick, it means that we still not only have the capacitive touch on the top of the stick for the 3 games that actually use that, but importantly, it's a very smooth mechanism and it should be much more durable than the sticks that are built into the Steam Deck. I'm still not totally sure how this is gonna look when we add the backplate, which is the thing I'm really worried about, but importantly, at this point of the video, we have a Steam Deck with a 2 terabyte SSD and some very clicky buttons and some improved Hall effect joysticks, which I will say feel incredibly buttery smooth.
It's weird when you're holding it at that height and doing that. Rio, get your head out of the gutter.
I'm just playing with the joysticks. No. So before we start to put this back together, the next step is going to be to take a look at our backplate. Please wear finger gloves before removing the housing. ESD protected. I'm not wearing finger gloves. Okay? You can give me finger gloves, I'm not wearing them. Uh-oh.
You got the wrong color, didn't you?
No! I was hoping this would be a slightly darker shade. So, original, clear. Yeah, you know what? I'm not, how about this? Let's not judge, okay? We're building the ultimate Steam Deck. We gotta crack a few eggs to make some omelets, right? You never know what you're gonna get until you build the whole thing and then put it together, then realize that that's what you gotta live with. Yeah, well, let's just be a little patient. Okay, let's just be a little patient. What all do we have in here? Oh, this is another set of buttons. Oh, we actually have a lot of buttons then. So one of the other things we can do here, and oh my goodness, what the heck? Oh no, here's my little baby finger thingies.
Oh God.
I'm using this as intended.
You know those gloves that don't have fingers?
Just don't. We don't need any commentary at this point. So let me go ahead, finish buttoning this up together, take off these ridiculous little fingery fingers, And color. Okay, well this seems worse. I will say this just seems worse. But I'll be right back after I have reassembled my Steam Deck and got it all in working order. So let me walk you through some of the functional modifications that we have made to the Steam Deck. So this shell, in addition to its beautiful RGB action, which I'm gonna turn off for the purposes of not looking ugly, we've got ourselves an additional hole right here for the fan. So between the intake and the exhaust, as well as our thermal pad, this should help temperatures and specifically help the fans not have to crank as much. I don't know it's gonna make a massive difference because the Steam Deck's not exactly super loud, but we've got that. We also do have our additional USB-C port with the battery and the RGB, which is very lovely. We also have our 2 terabyte internal SSD as well as our 1.5 terabyte microSD installed. So I got so many copies of Bloom's Tower Defense on this bad boy.
Woo! Balloons, baby!
But that's only the beginning. Because while we have some modifications and some lovely clicky buttons, my next task is going to be figure out how all of my accessories will pair with my modded Steam Deck. So we have ourselves the dock. That should be pretty easy. We also do have the Killswitch, which is much more for protection because I think if we put this on all the time, we're gonna completely miss. Although, to be fair, I don't know this for sure, but I'm assuming that if you're using this back shell, you should probably not pair it with a protective case.
There's a vent back there, you're fine.
All right, let's just load up in the Killswitch, which you will then no longer be able to see in any way whatsoever. Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We got a little action. You can see the RGB poking through the sides.
Actually turn it around.
Oh, you can see it around the buttons. Wait, kill the lights again, So it sticks around the side, the top, and the back. Actually, this works with the Killswitch.
That makes it so much better.
It's kind of stealthy. Yo, you know what? Hold on a second. I think we're cooking. Did we do a lot of work to put a transparent shell on only to cover it with a very durable case with a kickstand? Yes, but that's fine. Now, I do want to use the dock, but I think I need to build this out a little bit more before I get to the dock. So we had a couple of ideas when it came to putting this together. So some things I'm just gonna tell you straight up front, we're not using. So we tried this stupid thing. It is not a terrible keyboard, and yes, it's technically functional, but this is not it. I regret purchasing this for my Steam Deck.
Whoa,
That's not the move.
You can't omit things from building the Ultimate.
Fine, okay, fine.
Bylaw 13B, paragraph J, you have to use all the parts.
Fine, I'll use all the parts. I actually do think it's not, that might fit.
My dude, we have duct tape stuff together.
All right, you know what? That actually does kind of fit.
Yeah!
All right. I probably should have done this before I put the kill switch on. Do we want to do this? I'm not totally sold. I like the sort of it's glow in the dark too. But the problem is that it's not gonna be see-through. So we're gonna lose our transparent look. I think I'm gonna not do the skin. I think it's gonna look better.
Are there any of the other, can we do it on the trackpads?
Oh, snap, you're totally right. We can do it on the trackpads, and that might feel kind of nice. Okay, cool, let's keep going.
Can I join you? Because I'm cooking.
All right, Matt, come give me a hand with this. We have not attached the dock yet, which I should actually plug in right here.
What is my favorite thing to use?
Duct tape.
No.
Daft tape.
No.
Straps.
Zip ties.
You knew that way too fast. You knew that way too fast. I don't like that.
I was waiting for someone to say it.
I'm gonna get the zip ties.
Okay. So if we line it up something like that.
Hold on.
All right. Do your thing,
Hold on.
We're also powering the Steam Deck through this too. Actually, that kind of works.
Bam, baby!
Now, we're missing one more thing.
You know what?
Go ahead.
I miss the Nintendo DS.
What? Oh my, no. What are you doing?
We found a way.
Are you gonna bolt a second screen onto my Steam Deck?
Yeah.
I was trying to build the ultimate Steam Deck. Why are you turning it into a DS? That's kind of cool, actually. But what the hell? Precarious. Hey! The second monitor works! We have 2 monitors. From the front, it's all professional. But the back is all party, my friends. This is what peak performance looks like. And now I think we're gonna use all of this raw computing and ingenuity to play Pokemon for the DS.
I would have played Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2, but that's just me.
So theoretically now, these screens are, yeah, boy! The screens are paired correctly together. Okay, that's a big start here. Wait, we can do this. Hold on, wait, I think I got it. Wait, this is my bottom screen, which is touchscreen, right? Yo, it works! Wait, it works! I can touch the bottom screen, this is my top screen! We've done it! We have successfully built the ultimate Steam Deck! We have the beautiful OLED display, 3.5 terabytes of Pokemon ROMs, don't sue me Nintendo. We have ourselves dual screens, a full RGB dock, RGB internals, we've got clicky buttons, we've got protection, we've got a keyboard, we've got look, I think it's perfect. I think this is quite literally the world's greatest Steam Deck. Gaben, if you're really busy on your yachts next Thursday, then I understand, but you're more than welcome to come on down to the studio, and I'm happy to give you some pointers on how we have improved your beautiful Steam Deck design. If you too would like to improve your beautiful Steam Deck design, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the ding-a-ling button, because you know anything after watching this video, I'm a big old ding-a-ling.
Yikes.
True.
You know, I feel like this would have been a whole lot better if we would have stopped about 10 minutes ago. It has been precipitously downhill ever since then.